What do you know? The World Tournament is back. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty fucking happy. I got your boy LR Goku. He's at the helm. He's looking fresh. He's a handsome guy. And new addition. Where's my new addition at? Where's that nigga at? There you go. Turles. SA10. Dude gives key +3 to everybody as his passive. I thought it was just 2. He's a fucking beast. And pretty much everyone here is SA10 except for fucking Guy Sensei over here was fucking dynamic entry ass. But, hey, can't have everything be perfect. As you can see, I've beaten the World Tournament a whopping 5 times. I actually played a little bit last night. I was super happy, dude. This week, I've been getting, holy shit, an AoE. Yeah, I've played this a few times. There's a fair bit of AoEs on Guests and Friends. Gotta fucking always bless up to the Lord, bro. Lord Jesus Christ, thank you. Thou art in heaven, thou I am in world T. Please give me more AoE. So, some fucking AoEs in the World Tournament. That's fucking nice. But, yeah, this week has been a fucking pain in my ass, bro. Speaking of pain in my ass, I just took a shit. That wasn't as bad as this week. I've been getting bombarded. I mean, it's finals week, pretty much. Everything's coming together. Everyone's trying to drain your fucking energy, but people really trying to fucking kill me, dude. One of my professors, right? It's for a Linux class. He's a nice guy, but this dude just came out and he's like, "Boy, you better get ready. Get your asshole ready. I'm coming through, and when I come through, you best believe I'm tearing up that ass." He's like, "Yo, boy, I want you to use message passing interface, boy. I want to see multiple processes for this C program." I'm like, "Boo, nigga, this is the last week. What the fuck you doing?" He's like, "I want that shit, and I want it now." And I'm like, "Ooh, this motherfucker." That's what I did last night. I was surprised. I've been very busy this week. I wasn't able. Usually for his class, I try to do the assignment like, I don't know, maybe maybe 3 or 4 days in advance. At least start it. I didn't have the time. All I did was read, study. And then yesterday, I'm like, boo, let's go, boy. I ended up doing it. Came out alright. It wasn't anything crazy because it's new technology we're using, so the assignment itself wasn't that crazy. It was just a, computer dot product of a matrix, so it's not a big deal, but it's just the fact that it was new technology I had to get used to. And then, bro, all of a sudden, I was taking a history class, and for anyone that takes history, usually at the end of the semester, it gets really easy because you hand in your final paper, usually. You got a bum-ass final exam that's just like whatever, you just write about it. This motherfucker, bro, I think this is legit his first time teaching his class, and the only reason I'm taking it is because I need to finish my major, not major, Jesus Christ, my minor in what do you call it, Hullabaloo 42, my minor in history. And, bro, this guy, out of nowhere, he's like, "Yo, boy, I'm going to get you guys ready, boy." He's like, "Yo," just last Wednesday, he's like, "I got a book for y'all to read. I want you to read this book by next Monday." And it was called The Crusades through Arabs' Eyes. It's an okay book, but it's like 400 pages. I'm like, nigga. In my mind, I'm like, bro, it's finals week. No one is going to read this shit. In my mind, I'm like, I ain't reading this shit. You can go fuck out of here. I ended up reading it, about 85% of it. It's an okay book, but no one in the class read it. He was like, "I'm disappointed." I'm like, boo, bro. You haven't been teaching long enough to know what the fuck disappointment is, boy. Fuck me, bro. I was disappointed when you hit me with that book. God damn. Because we've been reading another book the entire semester, so it's kind of odd to throw an entire monograph just the last week, not even the last 2 weeks. Didn't even really talk about it. I low-key fucking regret reading it because we barely talked about any of the major points, at least at the end of the book, but I gotta admit, the one thing that kept me going in that book is the author was a fucking piece of shit. Like, he was one of those people who had a biased opinion, and he would say whatever the fuck he wanted to say just to get his opinion across. Like, for example, I remember there was one article I read a long time ago, super long. I didn't want to read it, but then I heard something that got me going. I was like, "Ooh, wait a second, this bitch trying to fuck me right now. I'm getting horny." She was just writing, and then she goes, "Yeah, this racist country, right? This piece of shit country, blah, 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 where the law is interpreted by 9 men. And I'm like, I know this bitch isn't talking about my Supreme Court. I know this bitch isn't talking about my favorite branch of government. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I kept reading it. talking about racism in America, this, that, and the third. Some are true. Some things I just gotta go, listen, there's only so far you can go with interpretation and racial hegemonic theory, right? There's one book I remember reading where I was like, this is the reason why some people just go into jutsu. It was called Racial Formation in America by Omi and Wynett. And in the book, they had an entire passage about how black people cannot be racist, minorities cannot be racist, they do not have power. You need power in order to be racist. If a black person says a white person's a piece of shit purely because they're white, is not racism because the black person lacks political power. God damn, bro. I read that shit. It hurt me, but I got an A in that class because I agreed with it. That's what you got to do in college. Don't ever, let me tell you right now, if you're going to college, don't ever make the mistake of thinking that you have any credence of original thought. Professors sometimes will go, use what we talked about in class, use what we discussed, and make your own thing, right? But you got to use the book and you got to use what I said. So what they'll say the entire time is, this is the best. I love this. This is the best article. I love it. Here's some sources saying why this article is amazing. So you can go with the easy thing of saying, yeah, this shit is amazing. Here's the sources that were spoon-fed to me. Or if you really get tight, you could be like, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to go out and get sources of my own, this, that, and the third. And usually, even if you do that, professors still critique you and they'll take some points off because they just don't like it. It's just, there's no reason to go against your professor. When you go to college, realize that there's no such thing as political thought. There's only the hive mind. And it's just, me personally, when I go to college, I'm a different person. I'm a liberal cuck. If I talk to someone, maybe, I'll open up and be like, yeah, you know what, maybe I don't drink the Kool-Aid all the time, but for the most part, I'm just out there cucking it up, and you want to bring Key Alert, you want to bring Vegito because he can actually eliminate more than just one person if he blocks. Yeah, like I said, you gotta be a king cuck on campus. I still remember on campus, I wanted to, I was in an English class, and I was just making a fucking joke. Like, we were talking about, Good Will Hunting, which is a pretty good movie, but it's sad as shit. All this sad shit happens. It's depressing. And I said, I was talking to someone, and I remember I said it like loud enough for the class here. I'm like, yeah, that movie's pretty good, but that shit made my estrogen levels go up. I didn't say shit, but I'm like, that made my estrogen level goes up. And then some girl, bro, she turns around, she goes, that's sexist. And then the professor's like, that is sexist. And I'm like, boo. I'm like, these bitches can't take a joke. I'm like, fuck me, man. Holy shit. I was like, what the fuck? And they're like, this is terrible. I can't believe you said that. And I'm like, boo, boo, boo. I'm like, boo, bitch. Get the fuck away from me. Let's go against Gogeta because he's out of my scope. But yeah, moral of the day is always conform to the popular thought because it's way easier than being an original individual. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes, I'll go out there, I'll say an opinion. It's rare, but it'll happen every once in a while. Fuck, I think I fucked up. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill Turles. Yeah, good week. Been relaxing. A lot of shit to look forward to. I got the World Tournament. I'm surprised this shit is here. I wasn't going to play it at all. Now I'm contemplating trying to go hard in the paint and this shit. Maybe go hard today, do homework tomorrow, go hard Saturday. I don't know. Kind of depends. I still have a project I need to do. I still have a final exam I need to do at home. It's an online final exam. Both of which are easy because I already did 3/4 of the project, and I've been studying pretty well for that class. I'm telling you, dude, when you go to college, make sure you just cuck it up and you study a lot because once it comes to an exam, if you already in your mind have a good idea of what to study or what is going to be covered or, just your knowledge base as you're studying becomes so much easier. Like people who say, I don't know anything, I need to study, that's the worst thing you could possibly do because now you have to absorb everything in this short period of time and it's just not going to work out. And another tip I give you is that when you go to college, do the right thing the first time because it's a lot harder to learn something the second time without the guidance of a professor and the environment and the timing. I mean, college, everyone says, especially for my major for computer science, they're like, well, why would you major in computer science? People don't say this, but, you could think it. It's like, why would you major in computer science when you could just code everything at home? You could do everything at home, which is true to some degree. Obviously the pedigree of a university. Come on, I'm fucking State University, boy. Everyone's fucking with me. is better. They know that you went through what they basically went through, and there isn't that stigma of wondering if you know everything and basically seeing what you know. But I mean, there's some things like just especially in a computer science degree where people definitely, I know for a fact, people don't touch it. Especially two things, especially when it comes to math and hardware. Like people online, they're like, why do I need discrete mathematics? Why? Why do I need that? Why do I need linear algebra? And I'm like, nigga, ES, all of these fucking algorithms, all of these fucking logical mechanics, all of these equations give me energy. They're beautiful. They definitely make me understand my major better. And then when it comes to hardware, I must say, even like early on when I took my first hardware class, I'm like, why? Why am I doing this? Other than the Boolean algebra and different logical things, I was like, why am I doing this? But believe it or not, it is. There's a reason why it exists. It is good. You actually learn shit. Actually, now, especially when we were doing programming in C, our professor basically had a method of implementing the program where you use memory addresses in order to do certain things. So if you have no knowledge of hardware, you could never write that program. You could never take full advantage of your machine. You could never be a cuck like me, where I'm getting horny just thinking about memory addresses. But, yeah, college is great. I fucking love it. Definitely, though, if you're going to do college, it's good to have some type of idea what you want to do. I mean, I regret taking so fucking long to pick my major because it wasn't until like last semester that I was competent to the level where I felt like I could do an internship or do a job, because I was just so like, ooh, what the fuck? Like, what is this? What is that? How do I do this? How do I do that? But yeah, definitely learned a lot. Thank God Almighty, I was able to cuck it up, good grades, get some scholarships, get that financial aid. I think I'm going to be able to end college, hopefully, not that much in debt. Very, very nominal compared to some people. Like, I think I'm going to be less than 6 or 7 grand, which sounds like a lot, but I don't know, for what I mean, it isn't that much. I know one of my friends is like 30 grand in debt, and that was from 2 semesters. This nigga went to a fucking private college like a Mongol. He went, I think, fall and spring, and that added up to 30K. I'm like, what? And this is with financial aid, with whatever fucking other aid, and it was still 30K. I was like, boo, bitch, get this shit out of here, get the fuck out. Thank God, but my college is, it's like 13K a semester. I think they raised it recently, but shit, nigga, I'm grandfathered in, eat ass. It's all good, boy, it is all good. But, yeah, one thing I'd say about my college is that they fucking complain so much. They're so fucking liberal. I mean, every college I'd say is liberal, but my college is really fucking liberal. Even the technology school I go to for some classes is super liberal. These bitches are still having sit-ins against Donald Trump. I'm like, motherfucker, it's been like, what, a month or two? Well, actually, a month, maybe like a month and a half. It's like, who cares? It's over, bitch. Give up. And now I gotta see everyone talking shit about Kanye West. I love how people somehow, some way associated Kanye West with some type of political legitimacy, and then they're like, now, Kanye West, he's fucking, what is he doing? I can't support this guy. And if you fucking looked at Kanye West for some type of, like, arbiter of, like, thought in politics, not only are you fucking retarded, but you're a special type of dumbass. That's some other level shit. It's okay to look at people for inspiration, but if you really looked at this motherfucker like he's a goddamn computer scientist, political scientist, then you're on some other level shit, bro. I'll tell you that right fucking now. Let's do that, and I guess I think I'm gonna get a super with your boy Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I haven't done it in a while. It's not necessary, but sometimes I like to flex on these bitches. And yeah, the only thing I'd say about Kanye that you would have to, you got to point out is that his fucking albums, the beats are amazing, lyrics are ass. But I swear to God, dude, I'm getting sick of his fucking 1 minute and 20-second songs. Like fucking, everyone was dick riding Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, which is good. But this shit's like literally 1 minute and 30 seconds or 2 minutes. It's like, what is this shit? Can you go another fucking minute, nigga? Goddamn. It's like, Jesus Christ. And don't say Father Stretch My Hands Part 2 is a Part 2, because I tell you right now to go fuck yourself. Because at the end of it, there's like a good 30 seconds of, how do I find you? How can I find you? And for anyone who listens to Kanye, you know what I'm talking about. And for everyone else who think I'm retarded, which both of those things are true, so no one's wrong in this case. But yep, everything's shaping up. Everything's looking good. I'm actually planning on listening to J. Cole's new album. I feel like it's gonna be ass. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be bad. His last album was pretty good. He had like 3 songs I liked. The rest were kind of I don't know how the fuck that nigga went double platinum when fucking some of those songs were like pretty. I don't know. I mean, the first time I listened to him, I didn't like Tale of Two Cities. I thought it was shit. It was nothing but like 4 words and a beat. Now I like it. Everything else is pretty good too. I'll admit that. Oh, what do you know? My mom's calling me. Hold up. I can't talk to this woman right now. I'm busy. I'm doing shit that's more important, ma. I'm doing shit that's more important, ma. Well, not really. I already know. She said she was going to call me to go help her do something, so it's all good. We did it. We got to, 6 wins, I think. So, we got the rewards. We got the power. And we also got LR Goku. No AoE, but it's alright. I'm still bumping. So, everything's looking good. And, fuck, low-key, bro. I'm about to, throw away my GPA just to play this World Tournament.